Hello and welcome to Spencer's Library. I'm Claudia, and sorry guys, Charlie is still unwell, so it's just me once again on my own. The question I want to address today is, do women exist? This might sound strange to you, and until a few days ago I hadn't really doubted my own existence. However, after reading this book, The White Tiger by Aravind Adiga, I'm just not so sure. This is the story of a man called Balram who grows up poor in the north of India. He gets hired as a driver and a servant to a rich landlord who takes him to Delhi, where the story unfolds. The main character tells the story in a first-person narrative. This is exactly what feminists talk about when we complain about objectification of women. First, there are only two women who I can consider characters in this book. Two. And they only exist in relation to men. At no point is there a scene with more than one woman in it. The two women are the grandmother of the main character, who only appears in letters that she writes to the main character. So he gets one of those letters once every 50 pages or so, and those letters are easily the best parts of the book. The other female character who gets any amount of screen time is the snobby wife of the main character's master, and she disappears after about half of the book. These two women, they don't even get the honour of being plot devices. The story would have moved on exactly the same had they not been there. They never appear on their own. They never interact with another woman. They are just there as accessories to the male characters. Every other female who appears in the book is a nameless sex worker. In this book, men get a backstory. Men get characters. They get to play an active part in the events that unfold. Women are purely decorative objects and are just there to distract the main character when he catches a glimpse of boob in the rear view mirror. They are used, at most, as a symbol for the main character's moral corruption. It's ridiculous and it's frustrating. Now, I understand that a story about class and corruption, which is told through a first-person narrative by a male character, doesn't and shouldn't focus on the female characters necessarily. We all know there are plenty of spaces, even in this century, that women just don't get to occupy to the same extent as men, like politics and business, for example. But you can't tell me that the main character, Balram, wouldn't at least occasionally encounter a woman. Books like this make women out to be this weird, rare alien species rather than half of the population. They are just not there, they just don't exist. Now, in real life, men interact with women. Men encounter women in their everyday lives. This is not a radical concept. And yet, a lot of male writers don't seem to actually have understood that. And that results in a book that's just a bit bland. Now, I gave this book 3 stars. It's not a bad book. If it was a truly bad book, it probably wouldn't have won the Man Booker Prize in 2008. But maybe that's just me putting too much trust in literary prizes. The setting is vividly described. It's a really interesting world of, the dirt and the luxury of Delhi. There's contrast there. The story should be gripping. It involves corruption, murder, money, and yet it feels so flat. Male writers, remember that we exist. Maybe have a look at those characters on the fringes of your story. The people who are just in the background, the people who just get a line or two, and make some of them female. Please. Time for me to get off my soapbox and just thank you for watching. Hopefully, Charlie will be able to join me next time. Bye.